YouTube family. I appreciate y'all rocking with your boy. Just testing my cameras, making sure I'm where I'm at. What's up, family? There, I see y'all rocking with me on the live cam out there. And then let's see who else rocking with. Is there any way I can get you to go back or be up just a touch? If I can get you to be up just a touch, we winning, baby. We winning. Y'all gotta excuse your boy. Learning how to work some of my new toys here so that I can be doing my best for y'all. I want to make sure I'm absolutely at my best when y'all check me out. So we getting ready to go live here on Instagram. I know Instagram can hear me. Boom. Now we only got one thing left to do, and that's make sure that we tapped in with our oh man, that's all messed up. That's all bad. We are trying to go live on the Facebook. Shout out Instagram. Shout out YouTube. Haha, I got my cameras right this time. And now we getting ready to go live on the Facebook Live. It's your boy Sly Tha Deuce. It's your man Sly Tha Deuce. Make sure you tell a friend. On today's episode, we are going to be doing a little bit of the backstory. Hold on here. Actually, I am lying to y'all. We are not going we are not going to be doing the backstory today. Today we are going to be doing some creative energy. Some creative energy. Yes, yes, yes. Have you heard Black Jays yet? That's the first question. Have you heard the song Jays? That's available on all platforms right now. You can go check that out. Boom. So let's go live. Let's go live. You know what I'm talking about? 3, 2, 1. That's what they want to see. Okay. Now let me type the comment in here. Boom. All right. So, apologize for the technical difficulties. I think we are fully online. Shout out to Instagram. Shout out to YouTube. Shout out to Facebook. Shout out to my camera. So, it's your man, Sly Tha Deuce. I wanted to come and talk with y'all a little bit about what goes on behind the scenes. Like I said, I'm going to start doing some videos where I unpack the behind the scenes and some of the creative energy that goes into making these tracks. I guess I can take this off. Goes into making some of these tracks, and I just wanted to make sure that I share that with y'all. So today I was rocking with my Instagram crowd. I appreciate y'all, and the Facebook. They're owned by the same people. So sometimes if I call you Instagram, I mean Facebook, and if I call you Facebook, I mean Instagram. It's all love. I definitely love you. Mwah, from me to you. Hey everybody that's joining. So anyway, I wanted to talk with you all today about the song Black Jays. It's a new song by your boy Sly. I really enjoy it. I love it a lot. It's available on all platforms. And if you haven't heard it, obviously I'm going to go ahead and bring it up so we can listen to it together. And then I would like to break down a little bit of what was going on and what I was thinking, what I was doing, where I was coming from. I get a lot of questions about this song, and I'm more than excited to share some of those answers with you. So let's dive right in here. Let me see what's going on. If I can share my screen with you all. Let's see. I know I got it up. Is it going to let me share my screen, or do I have to just play the video? I mean, play the song. It's fine. You guys don't have to see my screen, but I was going to pull it up on Spotify and show you how to find it yourself. It should come right up if you're searching for Sly Tha Deuce, SlyThaDeuce. I did wave. Hey, everybody that's joining. I appreciate y'all joining. I'm going to go to Sly Tha Deuce. You are going to go to new releases. It's one of my newer tracks. It just came out in October. Gonna hit that play and let it ride. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear it or if you can't hear it. Ooh, it's actually probably going to play the sound out of my microphone. I've got a brand new microphone here. Let's see if I can get the output to come out of the speakers. There we go.
You ever had a little
Start it over for you.
Thank you for having me.
What you doing? Come on.
Thank you for having me. Hey now, you gotta tell me something. You ever had a little voice in your head, and it be talking to you, and it motivates you.
Talking about a little voice that motivates you.
Even when you don't think you can do what the voice is telling you can do. You know what I mean? Now I know the title got you thinking I'm about to write and be speaking like a sneakerhead. And still let me share this piece of bread. Looking through brown eyes, head cast down so blue. Although they tried to mold you, no mortal can hold you true. Go far fast and fly high above clouded perceptions. Our songs ring the clearest when nobody can hear us. Black Jade. Black Jade. Black Jade, Black Jade, Black Jade, Black Jade. Reflected pools of emotion become a churning commotion. Indignation at the fabrication of salvation. The pictures worth 1,000 words in your perfectly painted pale face. Jesus is hate speech in a place of divine. Them same blackbirds I'm sure you'd rather eat in a pie have been freed in my mind. Eyes rise as the ego dies. Black Jade, Black Jade, Jade. Black Jade, Black Jade. Boy, you ballin' for that white guy. Got the nerve to talk about me. Y'all don't believe your own dreams. I know you doubt me. Go far fast and fly high above clouded perceptions. Our songs ring the clearest when nobody can hear us. Black Jade, too long, too fast, too far have we flown. It looks so fun to be grown. Wait, did the wind whisper come home? Heart, body, and soul races. Memories take place in the brain. Remember that time right now when life was one big game? Our greatest weapon was the phrase someday. But it's a new day, new saying. Black Jade, Black Jade, Black Jade, Black Jade, Black Jade.
Yeah, man. So that's Black Jades. It's super simple. It's quick. I don't want to say it's super simple. It is quick though. It's only a 2-minute and 19-second song. Y'all make sure y'all check it out. Y'all make sure that you, like I said, download it on whatever your platform is, Spotify, Tidal, Deezer, whatever you're listening to. That doesn't really matter. But what I wanted to do was really break down the lyrics and break down what that song is about. And I keep having it closed. So apparently when I don't have the application open, I can't have the song playing in the back, but that's fine. I'm going to keep on rocking with y'all. So in the very beginning of the song, I'm talking about, man, it's a lot of light on my face as far as the YouTube community is concerned, but I'll be all right. Anyway, the song is called Black Jays, BLACKJAYS, right? Now, I think right off the bat, you're going to think that I'm talking about shoes, black, right? When you hear somebody say Black Jays, you probably think that I'm talking about sneakers. And I mentioned that right in the first verse of the song. Well, should I say the first line of the song? I say, now I know the title got you thinking I'm about to write and be speaking like a sneakerhead. but instead, let me share this piece of bread. So that right there is my way of saying, I know that this song sounds like it's just going to be about shoes. It's just going to be about more materialism and stuff like that that you already hear on the radio. But let me give you something different. Let me hit you with this piece of bread, which I think represents wisdom. Let me share this piece of bread. Looking through brown eyes, head cast down, so blue. So that's really just wordplay. I'm talking about how, I got brown eyes, but I'm blue. I'm in a state of reflection. I might be in a state of melancholy. So I'm looking through brown eyes, cast down, head cast down, so blue. Looking through brown eyes, head cast down, so blue. Although they tried to mold you, no mortal can hold you, truth. And so that is, you can take that one of two ways, right? I say, although they tried to mold you, no mortal can hold you. So people are going to try to put their thoughts and their ideas on what you're doing. People are going to try to put their opinions on what you're doing, especially the creatives, especially the people that are making art, that are making content that other people are ingesting. People are going to put their opinion on what you got going on. That's inevitable. That's going to happen, right? And so although they try to mold you, no mortal can hold you. And by that, I mean contain you, keep you somewhere where you don't necessarily want to be contained. They can't keep you but a level that you want to surpass. And although they tried to mold you, no mortal can hold you. Then I say truth. So that's where I say you can take it one of two ways. They can either be saying, or you can take it as they can't hold you. And that's true. So I'm telling you the truth. But the way that I wrote it was I was actually talking to the concept of truth. Like, although they tried to mold you, no mortal can hold you, truth. Because as you get older and just as you experience and as you have conversations with people, you realize that like everybody's got their own version of the truth. Everybody's kind of got their own little morphing or their own mold for the truth. And I'm not saying that they're all lying at all. I'm saying that the truth is really multifaceted. It really is a beautiful, ever blossoming thing based on perspective, based on knowledge, based on previous experience and prior knowledge, like I've already said. So when I was saying that head cast down, so blue, although they tried to mold you, mortal can hold you, truth. Go far, fast, and fly high above clouded perceptions. Our songs ring the clearest when nobody can hear us. So that line is a lot. I'll admit, I'm talking about go far, fast, and fly high above clouded perceptions is my way of saying you got to do you, right? Go far, fast, right? If I'm saying anything to you, I definitely want you to feel encouraged. I want you to feel motivated if you listen to my music, but I also want you to feel like it's not just fluffy motivation. It's not just something that doesn't really mean anything. Rah, rah, go get them. What you doing sitting on the couch? What you doing sitting on the couch? Ever college? That kind of stuff, right? I really want to be doing something that I think is going to actually motivate you. And so I'm saying that go far, fast, right? Go, be all you can be. Fly high above clouded perceptions. And when I say clouded perceptions, I mean there might be people in your life, there might be people around you, there might be people that you know who have had similar dreams or have the same dream that you have, and it's not working for them. Or they might be frustrated about some things that is happening in their life, right? They might be really, really upset about some things that are going on in their life. It might not be going the way they want it to go, right? And so that might cause them to have a clouded perception. That might have them in a position or a state of mind where they're not being as encouraging or supportive to you as you really need. You might be telling people your ideas. You might be telling people what you got going on, and they're not necessarily trying to shoot them down, right? There's just outright hate. But I think a lot of times we get more of a like I said, the clouded perception, hope that works out for you, dog. Or, I knew some people that tried that and it didn't work for them. People always give you what I think are some gentle nudges towards the negative, right? And again, they're not just trying to cut you down. They're not just trying to make you out to sound like you're an idiot for even trying. And a lot of times they probably think they're encouraging you. They think that they are telling you, hey, I'm just trying to warn you. Hey, I'm just trying to tell you, here's some ways it could go wrong. Here's some things that I have seen, not work out for others. So I'm just saying you've got to be aware of that and fly high above clouded perceptions. Our songs ring the clearest when nobody can hear us. And it's like when you are by yourself and you're dreaming up some of the things that you want for yourself, and you're envisioning some of the goals that you have for yourself, and you get all excited about it and your blood is really pumping, that's when it's the clearest to you. When nobody else can hear you, when there's not nobody else in the room, you're not trying to convince anybody, you're not trying to make it make sense to anybody else. It makes perfect sense to you. It's something that you want to do. It's something that is got you engaged. It's got you inspired, and you want to continue going after it. That's what I'm talking about when I say our songs ring the clearest when nobody can hear us. And I think it's important to stay in that headspace. I mean, it's very, very important to stay there and to keep growing and to keep leveling up. While, like I said, keeping in mind that although they tried to mold the truth, nobody can hold it. So you're not locked in to any one thing. That's another thing I would encourage you to remember as you're trying to elevate, as you're trying to break some of those mental paradigms that you may have built for yourself. Remember that the truth is fluid, right? Well, as far as you're concerned, the truth may be constant, but we do not know it in all of its completeness. So be open to learning different facets of it. Be open to getting different understandings than you've already had. And that will hopefully that will allow you to create more space in your own heart for yourself to grow, right? If you've got this mindset of like, man, I am this and I'm failing at this, then the truth is, right, you're probably not this. You're trying to fit into this, but the fact that you're not fitting into this perfectly is proof that may not be exactly what you need to be doing. So getting back to the song, although they tried to mold you, no mortal can hold you. Truth, go far, fast, and fly high above clouded perceptions. Our songs ring the clearest when nobody can hear us. Black Jays. That's the title of the song, right? Black Jays. And what's very interesting and what I like about Black Jays is, again, I think at first you're going to think I'm talking about sneakers. I'm not. And if I say Blue Jays, I think it would make perfect sense. I'm talking about birds, right? You hear about Blue Jays. They're beautiful. They have beautiful songs. And I'm doing that same exact thing with Black Jays. I think that this song is a voice for the community. There's some segments of the community that this song, I think, definitely represents, definitely tries to give a voice to without getting too, radical or problematic or anything like that. But that's what this song is about, Black Jays. So when I'm using, allegories and I'm using examples that are talking about flying high above clouded perceptions, when I'm talking about our songs ringing the clearest when nobody can hear us, it's all because I'm tying it together into beautiful birds, which are Black Jays. And so that's where we're coming from on this one. Now in the second verse, I say, just to be safe, I could just go ahead and play it back. Make sure that we are all on the same page. And give me 1 second. I will pull up that song, verse 2. Come on. That's the first verse. Ooh, there we go. Black Jays. Can y'all hear that? You probably can't. Can you hear that? This verse is deep. This verse is deep. Black Jays, Black Jays, they eating the pot. I've been free. The pale face Jesus is hate salvation. The pictures were indignation at the fabrication. Reflected pools of emotion become a churning commotion. All right. So verse 2. Reflective pools of emotion become a churning commotion. Indignation at the fabrication of salvation. If a picture's worth 1,000 words, then your perfectly painted pale face Jesus is hate speech in the place of divine. Them same blackbirds, I'm sure you'd rather eat in a pie. Oh, they've been freed in my mind. Black Jays. Man. Indignation at the fabrication of salvation. Now, that is a very, very surface level bar about my feelings around religion, right? When I did dive into religion, man, I've heard a saying once that said the truth will set you free, but first it'll piss you the hell off. And that's absolutely true. I believe that. I feel that. I've lived that, man. When I dive into religion, and I won't get into a whole thing about it here, but it really gets me upset, man. Indignation is like when you can't believe something. You're like frustrated. You're like, I don't believe they tried to play me like that. You know what I'm talking about? That's indignation. I feel indignation. Damn, I didn't unsnap my snapback. Indignation at the fabrication of salvation. Indignation at the fabrication Reflective pools of emotion become a churning commotion. I think that's how I open that verse. That's about my eyes. I'm starting to say, I'm saying that I'm crying, right? I get very upset. My eye, they say the eyes are the gateway to the soul. You know that your eyes are water-based. So reflective pools of emotion, right? Those are my eyes. Become a churning commotion. I start getting teary. I start getting angry. I start getting upset. Indignation at the fabrication of salvation, right? Then I say, if a picture is worth 1,000 words, which is a common saying, then your perfectly painted, pale-faced Jesus is hate speech in the place of divine. Now, you can take that how you want it. If you read the Bible and you study the Bible or any of the ancient texts, you know Jesus was a black man. That's a fact. That's just a fact. Debate me in comments if you like, but be ready. Have some real theological knowledge before you get upset or start feeling some type of way about that statement, because it's just a fact. Jesus was a black man. So when you have pictures that are, again, it's a common saying, a picture's worth 1,000 words, but when you have pictures of someone's savior, you're presenting this to someone as their Christ, as their Lord. I'm not getting into whether Christianity is right or wrong. It's not even my discussion. I'm just saying that the power of that imagery, when you use that and you use that in a false manner, historically and scientifically, what are you putting out there? If a picture really is worth 1,000 words, imagine how many words is in a speech. 1,000 words is a lot of words. So I'm saying that misrepresenting something of that level of power, of that level of importance, that's hate speech, is my opinion on it. If a picture's worth 1,000 words, then your perfectly painted, pale-faced Jesus is hate speech in the place of divine. Them same blackbirds I'm sure you'd rather eat in a pie, oh, they've been freed in my mind. Now, that's a little bit of a jab at the old Mother Goose rhyme, blackbirds in a pie. I'm sure some of you have heard that, some of you may not, but either way, there's an old nursery rhyme about blackbirds in a pie, and I'm referencing that. Now, I'm sure the blackbirds you'd rather eat in a pie, and I'm saying they've been freed in my mind. So I'm saying, again, going back to some of these ideas of like black freedom, some of these ideas of like black growth, some of these ideas of like just the greatness and the history of these cultures, right? Letting those ideas fly, letting those ideas flourish. That's what I'm talking about. So indignation at the fabrication of salvation. If the picture's worth 1,000 words, then you're perfectly painted, pale-faced Jesus is hate speech in the place of divine. I'm saying blackbirds, I'm sure you'd rather eat in a pie. Eyes rise as the ego dies, Black Jays. So when I say eyes rise as the ego dies, I'm talking about, man, I went and did a song. I went and had a wonderful opportunity to work with some incredible people out in Las Vegas. I think it was 2 years ago at this point, but I did some incredible stuff that actually propelled a lot of the momentum that you guys are seeing now. This is really a manifestation of something that has been in the works for a couple of years now. So when I went out and did that, I went through a level of growth as far as the music is concerned that I had not yet been privy to. I had not yet gone through. So I worked with several investors. I mean, it was one of the most expensive undertakings I'd ever done as far as investing in myself and investing in the music. It was one of the most exciting things I had ever done. It was one of the most rewarding things I had ever done. It was exciting. It was fantastic experience. It was nerve-wracking at the same time. I mean, it was absolutely the gamut of emotion. I actually went out there to record the song Heart of Gold, which you can find on any major platform right now. So y'all make sure y'all check that out. It's actually my #1 played song right now. So I appreciate that, especially as we wrap up this decade. It is my #1 played song of all time. And I really, really appreciate that. I'm looking forward to getting some more spins on that one of the year. Actually, I got a song, Other Girls, I released several years ago, and that song blew up. That song was amazing. So make sure y'all check that out. But either way, when I say the ego dies, I was in a place where I had to do things different. I had to move different. I had to really let my ego die and just check what was working for me and what was not, what was going well in my music career and what was not. And I had to really just like, I would use the term death to the ego. And I had to just, kill my ego and get rid of it completely so that I was able to put myself in some positions where I was humbled enough to ask for some of the things that I needed to ask for, and also to put myself in position to deliver on some of the things that I had promised I would deliver on. So that's when I say eyes rise as the ego dies. Confidence went up. I'm able to walk with my head up high. I'm more than happy to share some of the news that I have going on with you all and some of the things that are coming to fruition. And that is because, again, I'm continuously working to kill my ego, to be humble and to be just as hardworking as the very first day that I started. So then it goes back into the hook, Black Jays. I say Black Jays. And then the last verse, boy, you balling for that white God. Got the nerve to talk about me. Y'all don't believe your own dreams. I know you doubt me. Go far, fast, and fly high above cloud of perceptions. Our songs ring the clearest when nobody can hear us. Now, as you can already hear, I used a little bit of the section from the first verse again because I thought it was powerful. I wanted to bring it back. But in that first little entry to that verse, I said, boy, you balling for that white God and got the nerve to talk about me. You don't believe in your own dreams. I know you doubt me. That was so freeing for me to be able to write those bars, to be able to write that material, because it's true. It's really how I feel sometimes. And I don't always have direct confrontation with people. I really like to move in peace, but at the same time, I do feel confrontational sometimes. And so I bring it out in the music so that way I'm not walking around with anger in my spirit. You know, I'm not walking around with negative vibrations and negative energy on me, but I'm also not being fake. I'm also getting it out. I'm speaking my truth in a way that I can stand behind. So when I say balling for that white God and got the nerve to talk about me, I'm again talking about being lost. I think being lost in the mind. I don't think that everybody is on the same spiritual wavelength. And that's fine. Again, this is not a spiritual message. It's not a spiritual podcast. I'm not here to even get in all that. I'm saying that there are times when people who are admittedly lost, they themselves will say they're lost, or they don't quite know what's going on, but they will slander you for what you're trying to do. They will come against you for moving in your truth, walking in your honesty, and moving, you know, in the direction that your energy takes you. And I just find that kind of interesting. You know what I'm saying? Like, you out here balling for that white God, which is, again, not in any way a shout or a shot at white people. This is not, again, a racist podcast or a racial discussion. It's just where I was coming from in this song is people in the community, going back to the white Jesus, if you're following that verse just prior, there's a lot of confusion going on. And that second verse, I think, is its own conversation. But in the midst of that conversation, you'll have people that I feel will try to come against you for moving in a little bit not the status quo, or a way that they may not be familiar with. But the energy that they bring is not inquisitive. It's not, oh, tell me more about that. It's very, hey, you're doing it wrong, or, you know, very, very condescending, for lack of a better term. And so I was just like, yo, you out here balling for a God you don't even think looks like you, but you got the nerve to talk about me, you know, moving in my way. Got the nerve to talk about me. You don't believe in your own dreams. I know you doubt me. That's sort of me letting go of the anger as soon as I'm talking about it, right? I'm getting upset and I'm saying, you know what? Wait, I'm realizing you don't even believe in yourself. You don't. How could I blame you, or how could I call you a hater when you don't even believe in yourself? You're not going out of your way to hate on me. This is your paradigm. This is the way you see the world, right? You don't believe in your own dreams. I know you doubt me. And then again, I say, go far, fast, and fly high above clouded perceptions. Our songs ring the clearest when nobody can hear us. I already touched on what that meant, so I won't go back into it. Then I say, in more of a speech type energy, I say, too fast, too far, too high have we flown. It looks so fun to be grown. Wait, did the wind whisper come home? Hold on. Too fast, too far, too fly, too high have we flown. I think I'm mixing up that last little bar. Y'all check me out. But it looks so fun to be grown. Wait, did the whisper come home? Heart, body, and soul races as memories take place in the brain. Remember that time right now when life was one big game? Our greatest weapon was the phrase, someday. That one is about looking back on childhood and how we used to always want to be grown so fast and so bad. And then when it actually happens, we're like, damn, if I could just go back home. You know, did the wind whisper come home? Like, you be hearing stuff like, I miss hearing my mom just say dinner's ready. You know what I'm saying? Having it be, you know, just a safe place where I could just lay down. All I had to do was make sure my chores was done and somebody was going to take care of me. Somebody was going to make sure that I was fed, clothed, and loved. You know what I'm saying? I miss those days sometimes. I miss those moments. So that's kind of what I'm talking about. It looks so fun to be grown. Did the wind whisper come home? Heart, body, and soul races as memories take place in the brain. Remember that time right now when life was one big game? I'm talking about how as much as I miss childhood, I think that there's a feeling of potential that we associate with childhood that doesn't have to stop just because you're an adult. Just because you're grown or just because you're past a certain age of youth doesn't mean that you can't still make tomorrow the best day of your life. You can't make the rest of your life the best of your life. You know, you can't make your goals come into fruition. And so I just wanted to say, remember that time right now, you know, when life was one big game, you can still make your next move. You can still call your next play. It's just one big game. And our greatest weapon was the phrase someday. I know a lot of times we will use someday as like a shield and as a weapon. Like, well, someday I'm going to do this and someday I'm going to do that. Or, hey, how come you didn't get that done? Oh, well, someday, right? We use it as this shield. So I was just kind of drawing reference to that and my perspective on that. And then I say Black Jays again. I wrap it up. Now the tone of the whole thing is designed to be like I think like a 1960s speech. I was watching a lot of Malcolm X footage right before I wrote this song, so I'm very interested to know what vibes you all got from it. If any of what I said jumped out at you, or if you took anything different from it, what your perspective on it was. Again, that's the song Black Jays by your boy Sly Tha Deuce. That's Black spelled normal, and then Jays is Jays. Very normal. The cover art has got a young woman tying her shoes on the cover. So feel free to check it out. You can Google it. You can Spotify it, Amazon Music, however you listen to your music, Apple, Tidal, all of that stuff. But I appreciate y'all checking me out. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. If you are interested in figuring out how you can get your music off the ground, you want to get your music to take off and want to hear some of the tips and tricks that I have used over my career, why don't you just swing on by www.musictakeoff.com. You can sign up easily. I will also give you a free gift just for signing up. It's your boy Sly Tha Deuce. I appreciate y'all dropping by, and you already know what I'm talking about. Let's get money. Bye, Facebook. Yeah. Bye, YouTube.